Technical glitch rocks the business world. The NASDAQ brought to a screeching halt when the computers go dark. Good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Steve Lacey.
And I'm Carrie. Drew Derry is off tonight. The outage at the NASDAQ lasted for about 3 hours this afternoon.
All right, but the hit on NASDAQ's reputation expected to last a bit longer. Fox 5's John Huddy here right now with more on what went wrong and what we can expect for trading tomorrow. John.
Yeah, Steve and Carrie, this was a big deal. The so-called flash freeze lasted about 3 hours. The president was briefed, the Treasury Secretary, even the FBI, and tonight renewed concerns about what exactly happened. Perhaps it was a twist of irony that it was all smiles and cheers during the NASDAQ closing bell. That's because it was anything but smiles for traders when the system froze just after noon, screeching to a halt trading in all $5.6 trillion of NASDAQ-listed securities.
Traders were incredibly angry about the lack of transparency. There was not a peep from NASDAQ as to what actually happened. And if we're looking at all different kinds of scenarios, that can be very alarming for people managing a lot of money.
NASDAQ blamed the problem on its, quote, Securities Information Processor, or SIP, that feeds out the quotes and prices for stocks listed on its exchange. But some aren't so convinced. Cedric Leighton, a retired Air Force colonel, an intelligence officer who worked for the National Security Administration, says this could have been a cyber attack.
Normally, you don't brief the President of the United States and the Secretary of the Treasury on a glitch, a minor glitch in something like the SIP. And it leads me to believe that there is something else that's going on. It bears a lot of the hallmarks of what's known as a distributed denial of service attack, or DDoS attack. Those are the kinds of attacks that some of the banks have fallen victim to in recent months.
Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Mary Jo White called the situation, quote, serious, adding in a statement that it reinforces the need to address technological vulnerabilities in the markets. Again, NASDAQ blamed the problem on its information system.
But in this particular case, the hallmarks are such that it could be a hacking attack, possibly from hacktivists, but my bet is it would be more from overseas, potentially from another country.
All right, well, trading started up again just before 3:30 this afternoon, and actually the NASDAQ ended up in the green, up about 38 points. But again, there are still many unanswered questions about the so-called flash freeze. Carrie, Steve, back to you.
All right, John, thank you.